What is up, guys? Welcome back to another video, and today we're going to be doing a power ranking, a quick one. After every week, like I said, this is going to be pre-week number 4, so this is after week number 3. So we're going to base it off their performances on week 1, 2, and 3. And excuse me for my appearance because I just woke up literally. So yeah, let's see. All right, so let's start at the bottom. Obviously, at the bottom we still have AP Brand, I'd say, because they're the only team right now that has not won a series yet. Omega has won one series, and Twisted Minds ended up winning a series as well against AP Bren. So they're gonna be in number 8 for me. I think, I don't know. Even though they played a couple of like matches by now, in terms of experience, you could really see it there. And I think if they want to improve the team, they should. I have a feeling they should change to roamer. It's a big deal. Like the way they rotate at mid, they're kind of like I said, like I've been saying before, they're way too passive, and people just put they just put the other teams just put aura on them, and they can't do anything about it. But they have been playing like they have close matches, but that's about it. James is playing all right. Shizu's playing alright, but the rest of the team, I'm really not feeling it. Like, the draft is not even that bad either. Like, they're not even drafting that bad, I'd say. I mean, it's winnable drafts for a lot of it. Obviously, it could be better, but yeah, it's just, they're getting, kind of taken advantage of in terms of experience. So, yeah, that's why they're still number 8. Anyways, number 7. Let's talk about number 7. So this one's going to be a hard one because both teams actually got their wins recently, right? Their first wins recently. But in terms of what they showed, we saw Twisted Minds with like the weird draft with the Alice and stuff like that. So they're the only team that does that in MPLPH. Whereas Smart Omega, they're starting to play a little bit better. They've had closer matches, I'd say, especially against like tougher teams. So I put probably Twisted Minds right here. I think, yeah. I think Twisted Minds is still gonna be number 7 for me. Obviously you could probably interchange that and it'll be like a 50-50 because both teams are kind of, you could say, inconsistent. But I guess Twisted Minds, they have more of a weird draft, which for me against really top tier teams is gonna be hard to pull off. Like the Alice is hard to play, especially if the top teams know how to play against it and draft against it. But in their case, they won against AP Brand, so it's the more unexperienced team. And for Smart Omega, I forgot who they won against. Was it Twisted Minds who they won against? But yeah, I'm gonna put Smart Omega at 6. Yeah, Smart Omega at 6. They're playing more of like a more in the meta draft. They're not like Twisted Minds where they like to play Alice. They're playing more of the usual, common heroes, Suyu, Joy, stuff like that. Suyu, Jawhead. They play the True with Yoshi. They play Harith, Moskov, Granger. Usual, nothing special with their draft. But I would say there are, since they have a common draft, for me, they're the better team. I just don't like the Alice draft is kind of hard to pull off all the time, or the utility draft. Yes, it's maybe if you're not used to it, it would probably do pretty good if you're not used to drafting against a utility draft like the Angela, Mathilda, Florine, and stuff like that. But yeah, these teams, like, you know, a lot of these teams are like were champions before, so, and especially during the time when a lot of these teams and players have experience playing against a Venus, and Twisted Minds is nowhere near a Venus. Nowhere near Venus. So it's gonna be a little bit easier for them to figure something out to beat that type of draft or gameplay, right? Play style. Alright, for the next one we have number 5, yeah, TNC. Alright, so like I said, this upcoming week 3 and 4, they're gonna be struggling, and it was a true test for them. Because they're going to be finally playing against top tier teams, because the only wins that they've gotten so far are from these 3, from the bottom tier, let's just call it bottom tier teams, because it is what it is. Right? It's what it is in the power ranking. I'm just going to tell you guys straight up, no sugarcoating out here. So yeah, against Falcons, I think the Falcons outdrafted them in game one, and then game two, Falcons just had more experience. Although TNC was keeping up in terms of gold, it was like 1K to 2K gold lead for TNC, and they were securing a bunch of lords. I think Falcons used experience on them, and then ended up winning the game at the end for Falcons. Yeah, they need more. They need a little bit more experience and a little bit more improvement on the draft. Because I saw a vlog for TNC where they were like, "It's okay. We didn't even practice that." I don't know why they would pull out a hero that they've never practiced in the stage. I think it was. I think they were talking about the Selena Farsa Baksha combo. A rule of thumb is you never pull out something that you have never practiced. Just to be safe. Don't ever pull something out like that. Maybe if you played it before and have tried it on scrims, maybe you could pull it out. But from the vlog I saw, the players said they've never practiced it. So that's not a good sign. But then the good thing is the coaches are admitting their mistake, and they said that the draft was bad. So that's good. Like realization is really good after the match itself. They literally said, "Oh yeah, it's our fault. My bad. Draft is bad." So that's good. So you guys can move on quickly and progress as a team. So yeah, TNC's moving in the right direction. But anyways, let's move on to the next one. We got Onic. I don't know. I'm just not feeling Onic right now. I think they're like. There was one where they were again. It's Team Liquid, right? They were against Team Liquid, so they're the current top one right now. And the first game, they drafted Joy Granger, right? On the first game, and they ended up losing with it. And then game two, they were second pick again, but then they changed it to Suyu Jawhead, because they lost to Suyu Jawhead the first game. So it's like it's not even about the hero anymore at that case, because the first game, TLPH won, and it was Suyu Jawhead. They had Suyu Jawhead, and then Onic had Joy Granger. And then the second game, Onic had Suyu Jawhead, and then TLPH had Granger Joy. And then TLPH ended up winning 2-0. So it's not even about like the hero anymore. Like they changed heroes, they changed drafts. Maybe the only difference was the heroes in the XP or mid. I forgot what the heroes in the XP and mid were. But other than that, like it was basically the same draft that kind of changed between games. So it's not even about the draft anymore. It's more on like execution at this point against TLPH at least, which is the current, I would say, current top one, right? So yeah, I think they're kind of. I wouldn't say they're panicking. They're trying to look for their identity as a team again, and I don't know if. Because this is where their mental toughness is gonna get tested when they keep losing, like over and over again. Like right, they're current world champions, and then all of a sudden you keep losing. I don't know if the players are gonna have doubts with each other. The coaches are gonna have doubts to the players, or it could be the other way around. The players are gonna have doubts to the coach. The best result would be like they'll get through the losses and then figure things out, and then. Get their playstyle again, get their confidence and trust with each other again, and then they're good to go. They're the normal current or Onic PH. Because when you win like 2 world champions or tournaments back to back to back, it's kind of hard to. I mean, it doesn't look like their players have egos, so I don't think it's an ego problem. I'm not sure, but it's got to have something to do with the mentality. I'd say probably. Because there's just no way that a world champion team just falls off like this so fast. There's got to be something wrong that they're doing, and they have to figure it out fast, right? If they want to still be contenders. Anyways, yeah. Next one, we got Falcons. We got Falcons for the next one, third, alright? Falcons, they're going to be number 3 right now. They've only lost once, and the one loss was against TLPH, I believe. They haven't played Aurora yet. I think they will play Aurora this week. And knowing TLPH, it was a tough opponent, so Falcons are still doing pretty good. I'd say if they wanted to go back on their old form, right? Just in my opinion, if they wanted to go back on their prime AP brand form type of thing, most of the dirty work are being carried by Marco and Kyle. Most of the dirty work, like all the carrying and all the good plays, and probably the next one would probably be Ogwen. So Ogwen is more in the support role, so he's not gonna be as flashy. But those three players are the one that's doing the dirty work pretty much. And I think if they want to go back to like the prime brand, AP brand championship M5 type of thing, I would say Few and Flap needs to step up a little bit. I wouldn't say they're underperforming, and they're playing just fine, but they played better before. That's all. They just played better before. I think it's in terms of decision making, Flap needs to kind of be better, a little bit better at that, because he's more of a clash type of XP laner. You guys got to realize that I've coached these players before, so I'm kind of aware of how they play and how they think mentally. So as for Few, I think he has a little bit of a problem in terms of positioning, I guess. I don't know if it's because he's shot calling, since he's the leader of the team technically in terms of shot call, so it might be affecting his gameplay. I'm not sure, but yeah, his positioning is a little bit off when I see it in the stage. But other than that, he's all right, like decent, right? Not super bad. Anyways, let's move on to the next one. I think the next one's gonna be Aurora. I get it, yeah. Both these teams, CLPH and Aurora, they have not lost yet, but they're gonna be against each other this week. So we're finally gonna know who's gonna be in the top 1 power ranking. So whoever beats each other, like for example, Aurora beats TLPH, then I'm wrong. I guess the power ranking is wrong, but that's all right. And in terms of the games that I saw, like TLPH were more convincing in their wins, right? Like for example, if they're against these bottom tier teams, they will 2-0 you. Like when Aurora went against AP Brand, it was AP Brand ended up getting one game against them, right? So that's why I'm putting Aurora below Team Liquid PH, just because they had cleaner games for TLPH. That's all. But then again, this upcoming week they're gonna play against each other. It's still a 50-50. Right? Both teams are still strong, but I'm seeing more. You could say a little bit more tweaks are needed for Aurora, since Team Liquid played cleaner. You could say cleaner games than Aurora. So Team Liquid is gonna get top 1 in my power rankings, all right? But this could change throughout. We're in the middle, right? The first round robin is about to end, and then the second set of round robin, let's see if teams are gonna bounce back. Like you won't know if all of a sudden Twisted Minds is gonna go up here if they started winning the second round of the round robin, since they know how the other teams play. Anything could happen, really. But these guys need to catch up. They need to win these next few games, or else they're gonna be out of playoff contention. But yeah, these are my power rankings after week number 3, and this is gonna be before week number 4. So if you have your own power rankings, you should comment that below and share it with with our community. And then yeah, don't forget to like and subscribe. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.